Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Aquaporn. Coming at you with episode 2 of my do-it-yourself Sump Refugium. Now I'm going to have to do an episode 3, or at least an update when it's complete, because unfortunately it is not complete. My canister filter that I was going to use has a leak. I greased up the gasket hoping that would stop the leak, but it didn't. I'm probably gonna need to get a new gasket for that. They're cheap enough, they're only like $7, but it's still a bummer because I'm gonna have to get it from Amazon or something and have them ship it here and just wait till I get this all done. Plus the refugium part isn't done either. I need to get some macroalgae. I want to get some Chaeto for that, and then I also want to use Miracle Mud, and that stuff doesn't come cheap. That's about $80, $70 to $80 for the bag that I'm going to need for this project. But that's the plan, and I'm sticking to it. So I was hoping it would be done, but it turns out I have a life. Who knew, huh? So I will update you with what I've got done here so far. First thing you'll notice, obviously, I got a light for my refugium. If you haven't known yet, or can't tell yet, that I am all about Walmart and Home Depot when it comes to my aquarium equipment. The lighting is a very basic CFL setup. Got two 60-watt equivalents. I'll probably up that to 75-watt equivalents. They're 5500K. Should be able to grow some macroalgae here in the refugium area without any issue at all. I am growing two freshwater planted tanks with 60-watt equivalent CFLs without issues. Plants are growing like mad under these lights. So for those of you out there who are spending all sorts of money on lights, I'm not saying it's the wrong thing to do, or you just don't need to do it. You know, you can get away with having a really nice looking planted tank without very expensive lighting setups. And I'll show you my freshwater tanks in the future, but for now my head is still wrapped around the saltwater project. So let's go over some of the things on the refugium that are going to make it easier for me to maintain this area of the sump in such a tight, small space. So from episode 1, you'll see I got my Ghetto 2-stage Walmart special, and it is working awesome. I'm getting absolutely zero splash. There was all sorts of salt creep happening from the return drains coming in, and I was getting salt creep from the supports and the underside of my stand where they were just getting damp and wet, and now nothing. Absolutely nothing. So that's working beautifully, and the flow is excellent. I couldn't have asked for anything better. It's working out just how I had it in my head. So it comes down and it goes through this filter pads here. One's just basically filter floss. I was at the local fish store. I got myself another pad that says it's going to remove phosphates, metals, all sorts of things that are bad for your aquarium. I don't know how efficient it'll be, but for $6.50 it's worth a shot, huh? So this is working great. I also, the baffle, made an adjustment to the baffle. My idea was to have those 3 rows of holes going across, and then the water just flow across the refugium. And I don't think that was working out too well. I think it was impeding the flow. So I took my zip saw and I zipped out the 3rd row and just cut it down a little bit more, just so I get better flow from stage 1 into stage 2 and then into stage 3. So I just put this here temporarily. I put some sponge there. I don't think I'm going to keep it there. I was actually going to use this area for some chemical removal, carbon, ChemiPure, that type of thing in here. But I put that there for now just because I'm still cycling. There's still a lot of large particulate floating around the tank and getting through As you can see, there's all sorts of sand and stuff on the bottom already. So I'm just going to put that there to help with that for a little bit. I don't want bacteria growing on there and then becoming part of the cycle, because like I said, this is all going to be about nitrate and phosphate removal. The return pump, I took the sponge off the head there, just simply because I'm not going to be able to pull it off, clean it, maintain it, so we'll just leave it open like that. Got a little rubber pad for it to sit on, knock down some of the vibration. But one of the greatest things that I did is, I don't know if you've ever seen those late night commercials for Magic Glides, where you see like a 90-pound woman pushing a dresser 3 times her size. Well, they sell those at Home Depot, and these here, I picked up some and just put them underneath the frame all the way around the tank, and they're like felt, they're for hardwood. So I put those on there just thinking, you know, it'll be alright, but they actually work really well. I can slide this tank in and out super easy. Unbelievable how well they work. So I'll be able to slide this out if ever necessary. They also do a second purpose. They knock down a lot of the vibration from the pumps and stuff, from skimmer pump and the return pump. The frame, I put some on the sides here too, so anywhere where it touches wood, it kind of absorbs the shock and the vibration a little, makes it a lot more quiet, and it's working out great. So I will be coming at you with an update video once the refugium's done and everything like that. I've also got the freshwater tanks I talked about earlier that I'll start showing you guys, some of my planted tanks. I'm pretty proud of those as well. Also, it's springtime. I got to get ready for my pond. It's not mine, it's my parents' house, but I helped my dad build it about 11 years ago, and now I maintain it and get it ready. So it's been pretty cold here in the Chicago area, so I haven't had a chance to get out there just yet, and I'm not going to go do it in the cold. I'm going to wait till it's nice and warm before I start dealing with that out there. And I'll send you some videos of that as well. So my fresh tanks, my pond, and this saltwater build. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you next time.